The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the July 20th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what the bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more important than that, that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in, 877-927-6648. That's our number here. If you can't give us a call, you can always let those fingers do the walking. That means go ahead and send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question, and in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Les Show. Right now, we've got all the U.S. indices traded to the upside. No mixed bags out here. Dow's at 591, S&P 67, NASDAQ 100, 172, Russell 59, semis 43, trannies 298. Gold is up $2, silver down 11 pennies, light sweet crude up 53 cents, natural gas up 6 pennies, 30-year Treasury trade down at 165.12. That's down 25 ticks out here. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside, Booking Holdings, 61 buckaroonies. Google's up 43, Shopify 38, HCA Healthcare 31, BlackRock 31. To the downside, Piedmont Lithium down $10, Novavax 10, PPG Industries 8, Glaukos Corporation down 7, Inspire Medical is down 6.50. So let's begin by taking a look at the patterns that are going on right now. We'll begin by looking at the 30-minute charts out there. Each of the 30-minute charts last night. So remember, actually kind of step back maybe. How do we step back? Let's step back to where we were yesterday, right? So during the show, we said there are really a couple things to pay attention to. One of those things was that spot volatility index. Whoops, that wasn't it. And it was a spot volatility index, and it was the one-day rate of change. And yesterday's one-day rate of change was 21.95%. Now, this chart here has blue arrows. Each of those blue arrows on the S&P 500 shows you time periods where you have a one-day rate of change greater than plus 10%. Now, as you may recall, we said when we get that, we have a high probability, substantially high probability of seeing a bounce or bottom inside the market. We then said the next thing that we look for is the short-term time frame charts. So let's switch over to those, and we look for bottom signals. I believe I was able to post in the den yesterday after my segment with Tom at about 3:30 about all the bottoming signals inside each of the 30-minute time frame charts. Let's go look at those. Here's what we were looking at. Here's what I was looking at. I couldn't post it into the den at that stage. It would have overwritten Tom's screen. But as we that's the wrong screen there. Sorry. That's the daily chart. And we'll look at the daily chart, but that's not what we want to show you. We want to show you the intraday chart. So I think that must be this one. There we go. So here, if you take a look at the ES Mini, you can see you've got a nice Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. We get that at 2:30 yesterday, and then as we were doing as I was doing the segment with Tom, price was coming back and basically just testing that, but there was a bullish structured profile that had formed right at that stage. That was a beautiful thing out there. We can see that right now you've got there's an A to B equals CD pattern. We'll go take a look at those. You are getting your first signal. Now it's going to depend upon what this candle looks like at 1:30, not at 1:10. Right now at 1:10, you would have a Gartley sell signal because of the bearish engulfing candle. But the first target would take you down to the 43.02 level. Price would have to close below that oscillator and change on to signal any kind of significance out here. Otherwise, it's just a normal test of support. Inside the NQ, this also formed a nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom yesterday afternoon, telling us about that impending bounce that we should see, bounce or bottom. You've got a price here in the NQ running right in resistance at 14,743.50. That was its TD9 breakdown level. The other three equity futures contracts have been able to take out those resistance levels, or at least level number one. The Russell 2000 actually has taken out three of those levels, or it's taken out two, found resistance at the third one. Back down to the Dow chart. The Dow, nice Rhodes momentum indicator signal out here. You can see it too has an A to B equals C. I can't draw them in this chart. We'll switch over to my other charts out there so you can take a look at those. But again, bullish or bearish reversal candles are forming right now on each of these, and that would generate a Gartley sell signal. Actually, the Russell 2000 generated a shooting star candle in that last half-hour session, so it's already got that. And that suggests simply at least moving back to the oscillator and change line. That's its first level of support. That's at 2175. Now, the Russell did not generate a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. It created a TD9 count bottom, and that took place yesterday morning at 8 o'clock. And we discussed yesterday how that was maybe a tell. Right, in a poker game, the weak indice out there made its bottom at 8:30 in the morning, and even though that bottom was tested, it was always rejected out there, and that was really the tell. Now, we never know how high price is going to bounce. In fact, if we're wondering where price should have stopped, let's switch over to let me just switch panels here. So give me a moment to do that. Stop sharing here, start sharing here. Come over to this. Okay, so now let me get back to the daily time frame. And the daily time frame for the ES Mini specifically, well, actually, let's do this chart here. So here we've got our core, our 4-core ES Mini, using my synthetic version of the contract, but you've got daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly profile levels, patterns, and so forth. So back to the daily, I'm just going to expand this out. And what you'll notice is yesterday's move was a close below a bullish structured profile. Now, when you close below, remember we got Stevie's 2-day rule out there because we don't like one-hit wonders. And today is really proof of that. So if, in fact, price today closes really, first day, if price closes above 42.73, it's a signal of a potential false break to the downside. But the reality is when you close below a bearish structured profile, and it's going to be important come end of the day, not right now at 1:13 in the afternoon, but in a bearish structured profile, at the end of the day, because it's a daily candle out there, where price should finish is below the center of that profile. That's 42.82. If, in fact, price closes above that level, that signals to you and I that price should be able to make a run for the top of that profile, 43.53. So what you're going to want to watch are the short-term time frame charts that are showing us here are the A to B equals CD patterns, by the way, those right here. So you can see each of the 30-minute equity future contracts have A to B equals CD patterns. So these bearish reversal candles say, hey, where is price going to take us to? Well, remember we took a look at the oscillator and change line. Those are the levels to be watching. I'll post those up on the screen once more so that each of you can take a look at that. Inside the ES Mini, that level is about 43.02, the NQ 14.671, the Dow 34.323, and the Russell 2000 21.75. The most bullish thing is price pulling back, testing those levels, bouncing off of them, and then that would be the signal for it to continue to move higher. So what you're going to want to also do is watch that spot volatility index, because a one-day rate of change below minus 10%, right now you're minus 10.58%, that is an initiation signal to higher price. And hey, how about this nice Gartley buy pattern or buy the D point inside the Russell 2000? 0 to TFNN. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. We've got a couple of requests in here. Let's go to the first one. This is from GB Tampa in our Tiger's Den, and it's just to ask about a review. Or you're not seeing the charts here. Okay, sorry, you got blank charts. That's not going to help you out. Let's actually look at the charts out here. That would be helpful. And so the question is what? Just for a review. So it's an A to B equals CD to the downside. That was confirmed a few days ago. Let's take a look at that pattern out here. You've got your A point out here at the high of June 14th. Your B point is the low of June 29th. Your C point is a retracement into the high up towards the top of that profile on July 6th. Price has already hit the 1-to-1 level. The next price target to the downside is going to be 1691. Now, we don't use these as exact levels. Once you get into that 1-to-1 area, what you're looking for is some type of bullish reversal candle. That would then set up a Gartley buy pattern. You don't get into it anytime before then. So what you need to do is you need to wait for a bullish reversal candle. Let me pull over my other charts, see if there's really any other signals here to be paying attention to. And on the daily time frame, the answer is no. I don't have anything else here to suggest that. On a weekly time frame, I don't have anything else other than prices right now trading below the bottom of its weekly profile. And it closed below that without a bullish reversal signal on the daily, which suggests price moving down to 1584. So those are the patterns that we see when we take a look at MAG Silver. Ticker symbol out there is MAG. Hope that helps you out. The next request coming in from Peak G and or D inside our Tiger's Den, and he wants to take a look at 3D, DDD, 3D systems out here. And the question is, on 3D systems, is there a bottom? Well, what do we know here? Let's go see. What we're looking for is really a similar pattern. So here is the A to B equals CD pattern for it. The A point, it looks like it might be the high of June 25th, the B point, the low of July 8th, the C point being the high of July 12th. Now, that retracement was a 40% retracement. That was telling us about more than a 1-to-1. Well, what it did yesterday was hit the 1.272. But what's missing here, folks, in a green candle, just tells you where price opened and closed. It does not make it a bullish candle, nor does a red candle mean that it's bearish. In yesterday's candle, was not a bullish reversal candle. So that says out here, peak, if it's me, I'm waiting for a confirmation. That confirmation would be a bullish reversal candle. Short of that, price should target 2092. 1940 is the bottom of its weekly profile out there. Let's go ahead and pull over my other chart, see if there's any other signals out here for 3D systems. So in the case of 3D systems, we can see it negated its TD9 count, and price is likely targeting 2243. So maybe what you get, peak, is you get to move down to that TD9 breakout level, 2243, and then you get some type of bullish reversal candle to confirm the Gartley buy pattern. But you don't have it right here, right now, and so I would stay away from it. Now, not all patterns that will form a bottom will go ahead and give us what we're looking for. And if that's the case inside of 3D out here, you're going to need to see a close above 2911, which is the first TD9 breakdown level for its 30-minute time frame chart. That's really all that I've got out here for you. So best of luck to you on Triple D out there. The next question is what? Let me see. Was there a next question inside the Tiger's Den? Just best for me to get through this. I think there was a question about the GDX. So let's go take a look at it, GDX. And really for the GDX, it too has A to B equals CD down patterns. Price is below its daily. We can see today's rally ran into resistance at the bottom of that daily. That's never a good sign. 33.72. Price is below the bottom of the weekly profile. That says 30.98 could be where price is targeting. But what I would do, I know there was a question about the GDX. I really would prefer just more of a clean chart, such as the XAU. So I'm going to pull the XAU chart over here because really it shows what it is that we're looking for. And that is going to be so. You can see that there's a room for the potential of a Rhodes momentum indicator. We don't have a bullish reversal candle as we speak right now. What you would really need out here on the XAU is a bullish reversal candle and a close above that oscillator and change line at 137.48. Now I'll pull over a GDX chart. Give me a moment to do that. I've got to get out of one set of charts and go to the next. So back to those radio show charts as soon as I can find them. And on the GDX here, what we are looking at, it is showing us that you would need to see a close above its oscillator and change line, currently printed at 33.67. So no bottoming signal as we speak just yet. I don't recall who it was that asked. It doesn't necessarily matter. But if you did get a bullish reversal candle, that would give you your Rhodes momentum indicator bottom signal out here. We just don't have it as we speak right now for the GDX. There was also a question, as long as we're here, there was also a question I believe that came in from our YouTube channel, and someone was asking to take a look at gold out here. And I think the question was, is gold long, short, neutral? Well, in the case of Goldilocks, what we're going to do here is let's go change over to our 8-panel set of charts. So uno momento, por favor, as we switch over there. And on our 8-panel charts, here's what we see. The daily time frame. And so whomever asked, I don't know who it was that was asking about that. My apology, George from Boston. Oh, it was a caller. George from Boston. Could not stand the phone, but wanted the opinion on gold. So it's actually, so how do we say this? It's neutral. You asked for long or short, and Steve-O's got to give you the neutral signal. And here is the reason why, George. The reason is gold on the daily time frame, top with a TD9 count. When you get a TD9 count or any kind of a top, the very first retracement is typically back to the oscillator and change line. In this case here, it's red. You prefer that to be green, but it is what it is. Red means the price oscillator is below zero, and if price were to close below it, then that would be saying, George, that price should run back to 1774. Nonetheless, you still have a rising price oscillator. It happens to be below zero. And as long as price stays above 1804, well, then it's bullish, so to speak, or it says at least further counter trend rally could unfold. Well, you've got the TD9 count top. You've got the price rejecting its oscillator and change line. And price is also above the top of its daily profile, not shown here. So the signal is neutral. If price takes out its high from a few days ago, then it gets back to bullish, and that really would set up an A to B equals CD to the upside. And that's what the daily time frame chart is showing us. If we look at other charts out here, and this is where the danger comes in. The monthly has a TD9 count top. The weekly has a TD9 count top. Let's look at the 30-minute chart. Boy, does gold like the TD9s or what? The answer is yeah. Look at where it topped this morning. What time was that at? We take a look at gold, 8:39, something like that, 10 o'clock. It was at 10 o'clock this morning. Gold gets to a TD9 count. Price pulls back. I don't have any kind of a bottom signal, but we do know that when price was pulling back on a daily basis, it was testing its daily oscillator and change line out there. And so it was really just testing support. So you still have the neutral signal when it comes to Goldilocks out there. Let's see if there's anything else on any of the other charts out here. And the answer is there isn't. So George from Boston, I hope that helps you out with regard to gold. We've taken care of the GDX. It looks like when we get back from this break, we'll go to those that have come in by email. And we have just one from Michael W. Michael wants to take a look at Teledoc. So during the breakout here, I'll put up TDoc. Why don't you go to your charts? And let's actually put up Teledoc out here. And tell me what you see. Or at least tell yourself what you see. And then we'll come back and take a look at Stevie's charts and comment on those. We'll be right back.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find a newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at Teledoc. Ticker symbol out here is TDOC. And the question coming in from Mike in Virginia. Mike, thanks for listening to the show. Can you please review Teledoc? Yeah, you're interested in going long. So he's interested in going long. Let's get really right to it. You got that signal a couple of days ago, Mike, when it generated that TD9 count bottom. It does it in the bar following bar number 9. That's on the trading day of July 15th. It does it above TD9 breakout support. That's a beautiful thing. And you've got your move higher. Now, the battle is on right now, and that battle is that yesterday this formed a bearish structured daily profile. For our purposes right now, go back to the black charts. I think it's just easier to see that bearish structured profile. So you've got your bottom. Stevie, because you're not in, Stevie would not tell you to enter it now because price has gotten up to its bearish structured profile. Sellers reside. So, it's really unfair, folks, and don't share this with anybody else. It is really unfair for you and I to have tools like this, to know where the sellers are, not subjectively, but objectively, just simply from our technical tools. And you and I know, and take a look at this, this is our field of play. This is our football field, our soccer field, our baseball field, our golfing 18 holes out here. And we're taking a look at the first hole. And that's on Teledoc, and price is running the resistance. That's between 155.70, 157.61. What we don't know is whether or not price is going to be able to take this level out. But what we don't want to do is you got the bottom signal out here inside of Teledoc on that daily time frame, that TD9 count bottom. And buying resistance doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But what we want to do is at least go down and take a look at the short-term time frame now and see what's going on in the short-term time frame that we'll first look to, I prefer to look to first, is the 30-minute chart. And on the 30-minute chart, what do we have out here? I have an A to B equals CD. You can see that. You've got your dark cloud cover. And, of course, when you get that A to B equals CD pattern, price just typically pulls back and tests that oscillator and change line, which it has come close to doing, hasn't done it exactly. So you got resistance here on a 30-minute 156.69, but we're not seeing much of a topping signal that suggests that things are going to pull back for you to get into this, Michael. So let the battle unfold on that daily time frame chart in that resistance area. 15-minute chart, do we have anything out here? Let me get over to the actual tab itself. No, nothing much there. 65-minute chart, nothing much here. I mean, it does look strong. I just really would hesitate suggesting that you get into this when it's really up here at the resistance level. But if you're asking the question, did it bottom? Does it have a bottom pattern? The answer is absolutely positively yes. If price can get over 157.61, then this next move on the daily chart says 167.50. That's the TD9 breakdown level. So Mike W. in Virginia, I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for writing in, and best of luck to you with your trade, whatever you do inside of Teledoc. I do like that idea of Teledoc. I've used that a few times this year. And that is a beautiful thing. I'm just looking here through for questions. Okay, so the next question here that's coming in, because we like to get to all of those, is coming in from Hector and the fuel injectors. So we love that. AAPL is the ticker symbol out there. I know that Nancy, who listens in on the show, she likes taking a look at Apple as well. So let's put up AAPL. And let's read Hector's question. Hey, Steve-O, happy Taco Tuesday. Back at you. And I was trying to figure out what to do for dinner tonight. Sushi or tacos? It is Taco Tuesday, so we just may have to do that. But your question is, yesterday when Apple gapped down to the 125.21 time frame with less volume, the hair on the back of your neck stood up. So you loaded up the wagon with some apples yesterday. How much more bounce do you see? Well, Hector, nice trade there. It looks to me like it's going back to the highs. Why would Stevie say that? Well, here, if we take a look at what Apple is doing right now, it is trading back above the top of its bearish structured daily profile. Remember we talked about the bullish structured profile? Here's one in the opposite direction. When you close above the top of a bearish structured profile, the counter trend moved back, or the retracement moved back. If it's just a retracement and the original trend is still intact, would be to get down to the center of that bearish structured profile. And that's really what made the hair on Hector's neck stand up. He just didn't realize it at that time. And in fact, that's in fact what Apple did yesterday. It closed below it by just a few pennies out there. But now price is back above the top of that daily profile. And as long, Hector, as long as price remains above 144.89, it is likely targeting its swing point high from July 15th. Now, the volume there on July 15th was 106 million. You're into it with light volume, but as long as price closes above 147.09 or 147.02, so a close above 140. Now, what's the high today? 147.10, yeah. So you really want to see it close above 147.09, even if it was light volume out there. Let's pull over our other Apple charts and see what we see. What we also see right now is not only is price above the top of its daily profile, 146.23 is its green oscillator unchanged line. So Hector, as long as price remains above that too, it is also bullish. We can see that in the case of Apple, it did have a TD9 count top. Again, price is pulling back to the center of that bearish structured profile. It remains long and strong. If we look at the weekly time frame out here for Apple, no topping signal at all. In fact, if anything, a close this week above 145.09, and you're at 146.99 right now, would negate the weekly sell signal inside of Apple, and that would be a bullish outcome. And on the 30-minute time frame chart, Apple bottoms with a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. It has negated its TD9 count top. And so, Hector, the 30-minute time frame chart for Apple says, I want to make a move up to 149.80, and then you might make some applesauce. That was Hector and the fuel injectors out there. Thanks so much for writing in. Phone lines are open, folks, 877-927-6648. Of course, you can give me an email, send me an email as well. Put a radio show question if you would, and but do it quickly here so that I can get to your instrument. In the meantime, what do we want to go take a look at? Let's just look at this market update chart out here, see if there's anything that sticks out. See if there. So light sweet crude, let me switch over there. We don't have a bottom signal yet, but if this did generate a bullish hammer candle today, then you would have a Gartley buy pattern. We don't have that just yet, so let's switch over and take a look at those charts and try to get a feel for where light sweet crude is headed to. In the case of light sweet crude, you've got your 8-panel chart out here. So if, in fact, you get, and I'll just expand the daily time frame, if you get a bullish reversal candle today, that would be your buy the D point. That would be your Gartley buy pattern. Short of that, price may be targeting its next breakout level, and that's at the $63.10 level. That is what the date. Oh, did I delete that? You son of a gun, Steve-O. That's okay. I'll just close that out and I won't save it. Yeah, but that'll work. On the 30-minute time frame chart, what do we see here? The 30-minute time frame chart just shows you've got key resistance, and that key resistance is up at 67.35. So we're about to go to a hard break. And when we get back from this breakout here, we're going to go out to Brent in Martinez, California, and we're going to take a look at Great Panther. GPL is a ticker symbol, and so we'll punch that up on the screen here. You should punch that up on your screen as well, and then answer the question. What's Brent calling for? What pattern is it that he's anticipating? Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go out to Martinez, California, and speak with Brent. Brent, thanks so much for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you this morning?
Oh, I'm doing great, Steve. Just enjoying another nice summer day. How's everything for you?
Perfect. How is the weather out there?
It's been a great summer. It really has. We've had a couple, days that were over 100, but in general, it's been all in the 70s and 80s, and some days in the 90s. So it's really nice.
Yeah. Now, days over 100. How often do you get those in the San? And Brent is in the San Francisco area, a little bit north of San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to the water. I don't know if you're familiar with the Carquinez Straits. I have that as actually probably about, maybe less than 2 miles from where I live. So I am near the water, but it's not the actual bay. It's basically the transition from the bay going into like the Delta area.
Yes.
And so, yeah, there is water. We get fog. It's not like being right by the coast.
Yes.
So, yeah, we don't get, maybe in the course of the summer, you might get, some years we don't have any. Last year we had a couple different times where it did that. This year we've had one day over 100. So, it doesn't happen very often.
Wild, because obviously I live in South Florida. We get 0 days that get to 100 degrees. You can get the heat index, the old heat index out there, I suppose. But the actual temperature, rare, at least on my side of the coast, we don't. And because I'm on the water, and I'm sure it would be like yourself, the breeze, kind of keeps it a little bit cool for us. But I know people didn't want to hear us talk about the weather, but I thought I would ask out there. And instead, they probably are interested in Great Panther Silver like you. So tell me what you're looking at and how I can best help you.
This is a stock I have never owned, but I followed it for a number of years, and I just have been patiently, kind of biding my time, watching it back down. And if I'm not mistaken, this is week number 9, bar number 9 for the weekly. I could check that. And then we would need to have some kind of a, bullish reversal either this week or next week for that to be anything. So I just want to get your thoughts on that. And then there would have to be, again, something that would happen, in the bullish respect as far as some kind of candle that would, want to make you buy the thing. Because I know it's a pretty ugly chart right now, but just get your thoughts on this if you don't mind.
Sure. So let's focus on the weekly time frame, because really there's two patterns out here, and neither Brent nor I know which of these two, if either of them, I should say, would generate a bottom signal. The first pattern that is present is the A to B equals CD to the downside. And that 1-to-1 price objective, Brent, would take us to about 49 cents. So we'll just kind of put that off on the back of our mind. Does an A to B equals CD pattern have to complete? The answer is no. The pattern that could complete it is the TD9 count pattern that Brent is referring to. If we take a look at a TD9 count top inside of Great Panther on the weekly basis, we got that pattern that took place. The bar number 9 formed on August 14th. It was the next week, the week following bar number 9, that identified that high, and price pulled back into the bullish structured weekly profile level. Really exactly what you would expect and anticipate. In this instance here, Brent, yes, this is going to become or should become bar number 9, unless there's some kind of gigantic rally that takes price up to about 67 cents. So 10 cents between now and Friday. So short of that taking place out here, you should get bar number 9. It can be like the top out there that we looked at. The low could come on the bar following bar number 9. The daily time frame itself doesn't have any kind of a signal for us. I don't have a TD9 count. I don't have a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. Sure, there's the A to B equals CD pattern, but the weekly A to B equals CD pattern is one that I would be paying close attention to. You know, in the case of Great Panther, there is not a ton of volume in this stock. So when I switch to the short-term time frames out here, they're not going to be helpful. And that's what I really like to assist us with trying to identify whether there's some type of change in trend or bottom that's taking place. So we don't have that out here, and we're just going to have to rely on some good intuitive skills. So those intuitive skills might say something like, if we do get a bottom on the weekly, or the TD9 count on the weekly, and we begin to see price trading into the daily profile, and right now price is below it for its second day. If price got back inside that profile, and that's at about 57 cents, maybe that would be signaling to us some type of move to the upside. But there's one other thing that we can look at on the weekly chart, Brent, that I think I forgot to point out, and that is this. We can see that its oscillator and change line changed colors the week of June 11th. Now, when an oscillator and change line changes colors, there's a phenomenon associated with it, which is we typically see over the coming sessions, we typically see price and that line catch up to each other. Being so close to a TD9 count bottom, which could be this week or next week, we should expect and anticipate when we do see this turn here that price will get up and at least target that level. At the present time, that's reading as 67 cents. If price can close over that, then that says, okay, we get back to the bottom of its profile at 79 cents out there. And if a TD9 count pattern doesn't form the bottom, then the chart here is communicating that price wants to get down to that 40-cent level. And that 40-cent level, then that takes us back, I believe, towards that A to B equals CD. That was at 49 cents. So that's what I see when I take a look at the charts. How did I confuse you, and how can I best unconfuse you?
No, that was not confusing at all, Steve. That was well articulated, okay. And I think that, those are levels that I considered something down in the 40-cent range. I didn't have the exact number, but you gave that to me, and I'm just going to keep watching it. I just figure we're at some level. You know, I like to try to anticipate things a little ahead of time and kind of to see what things can do at that point, at that moment. So
absolutely.
Get into that area to watch. So.
Yeah, so there's one thing I just realized that I overlooked, and that is that yesterday's bar was wave number 6 of the Chapman wave count. And so if we get a lower low in the next couple of days out here, below yesterday's low, that would trigger that 7th wave move, which can absolutely be a bottoming signal. So just throw that out there for you to consider as well as you're taking a look at the charts for Great Panther. All righty?
I appreciate that, Steve. That's helpful as well. So have a wonderful day. Have a great week, and I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Perfect. Thanks so much. That was Brent in Martinez, California. One of our dinners, Dan in Boston, wants to take a look at one of his favorite stocks, although I believe that, Dan, you've got many favorite stocks. But one of those is Cassava Sciences. And the question is, Steve, can refresh Cassava levels, big update coming in about a week. Absolutely. So as we take a look at SAVA, we can see that price has regained the bottom of its bullish structured daily profile. Now, because price closed below it for 2 consecutive sessions, really was 3 consecutive sessions, Dan, a counter trend rally would only take us up to about the 93.76 level. So that most certainly is an area to watch, because if price gets up to 93.76 and begins to turn down, that could be the C point of an A to B equals CD to the downside. Is that what I'm prognosticating right now? No. But it's something to anticipate as a possibility, especially seeing that prices close below a bullish structured profile. Let me pull over our other charts out here. So we're going to go to a hard break. If in fact this is not a bottom, in Cassava Sciences. The weekly chart says look at 66 bucks even Steven out there. And when we get back from this break, we'll take a look at my white background charts for Dan in Boston. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. So, Dan, looking at the Sava charts out here, the other element that I was looking at is what was price doing yesterday? And what price was doing yesterday, as it did the day before, was it was testing its breakout level of 79.35. That's on the daily time frame. So you've got a TD9 count top. You've got the breakout level that is held. Prices above the so that now. Because price never closed below the breakout level, this still retains its bullish character. However, you've got a top and support is held. So Sava, the signal here is neutral. You could change to bullish if price got above 95.42 or its oscillator and change line, whatever would be printing at that time. So I hope that helps you out. I've got a couple more questions here. Let's see if I can get to these quickly. One is about ticker symbol MSTR. That is for, I'm not sure who that is for. I can just see that's the request. Let me take a quick peek here. And this, what do we have in the daily time frame? I have price right now. If price is taking on its TD9 count low from yesterday, 492, and if price closes below 492, You're at 496 right now, but a close below 492 says you're going to move to lower price. The weekly chart out here, that lower price level that I'd be watching for would be about 439.32. That is the bottom of its weekly profile. So that's what I see as we speak right now. Yeah, I don't see anything else with regard to ticker symbol MSTR. The next request is to take a look at COP. Let's take a look at its daily time frame. And on the daily time frame here, I don't have any kind of a bottom signal. Price is likely going to go target 52.55, perhaps 47.51. That's a signal coming from the daily chart. The weekly chart out here, it's got a nice TD9 count and Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. I'd say 51.56 is the level to be looking for, David. And James is asking the question, is this just a counter trend rally? It truly depends upon the close, but the answer here is if the ES Mini closes above 42.82, it wants to continue to trade up to about the 43.58 level, 43.53. Folks, stay tuned for 2 more great hours. Have a terrific Tuesday. I will not be able to be here tomorrow, but I'll see you again on Thursday.